What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jrichfits Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. We're on episode 17. Today's topic of the day is a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. So, we're going to dive right into it. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset works like this. It's your basic ability that can be developed through dedication and hard work. So, it's what you have now and is what you're going to do with that. So it's what you're given, and do you put the hard work in? Do you put the dedication in to be the best at that? In my honest opinion, I believe that this is the best mindset you can possibly have because you realize and understand what you have, and you know that there's hard work and dedication that's come with it. And then if you do that, you'll be either A, where you want to be, or B, in a better place. I think people get those two mixed up. There's a mindset that you have of where you want to be in X amount of time. And then there's also what ends up happening is you being in a better place by doing that. It might not be where you want to be, but it's still in a better place than where you were if you just stayed there, if you didn't do that. So those two things are positive things. Don't always just think, I need to be at this job, I need to be at this career, I need to be at this place by this time. Even if you don't make it, but you take steps forward in a positive direction, you're still winning. You're still on the right tip. You're on the right mindset, the right step. Do most people have / choose this? No. That's why there's a limited amount of people that play professional sports. That's why there's a limited amount of people that act, that sing, that do all these things that in America we idolize. If everybody could do it, it wouldn't be that sought after. Nobody be making the big dollars that they're making, all that good stuff. There's so many more people that choose the simple 9 to 5, the work till you're 65 and retire and die. And there's so many people that do that instead of going for what they want to go for, because it's the easy way. The easy way is always the way people will choose instead of the hard way. The hard way, like it says in the mindset, takes dedication, takes hard work, takes time. And most people don't want to give that up. They want to enjoy their time. They want to have somebody else dictate what they end up doing instead of them dictating what they're doing. It's so hard for you to count on yourself, and it's so easy for me to count on somebody else to tell me when I should show up to work, when I should be getting my check, all that type of stuff. Is it easy to obtain? Once again, hell no. This shit is not easy to obtain at all. Like, the hard work and the dedication that it takes to play professional sports, work for yourself, be successful, have an even work-life balance, it's not easy. And if you could obtain what you want to obtain when it comes to that positive mindset and putting the work in, putting the dedication in, but also being able to have that life balance, you're even in a smaller percentage. If you could do those things, you're even a step ahead of the hardworking, dedicated people that are making all this money, that are doing their thing. Because if you look at great athletes, great actors, strong entrepreneurs, the one thing that they lack is that life balance. These guys work nonstop. Their families, they ruin their families based on it. They ruin friendships based on it because they're so dedicated to their craft that they forget about everybody else and they become very selfish. If you could find even that step up where you could be focused, dedicated, you can make the money that you want to make, and you can do the things that you want to do, but then also have a great family life, you're winning. That's the ultimate goal. So if you're on this path, and I'm talking directly to you, and you feel like, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm taking those steps forward, I'm banking on myself, make sure that you find time to invest in family. Make sure you have in time to invest in friends and yourself, and not just the craft, because you can't enjoy it when it's just you, or you can't enjoy it when nobody wants to be around you, or there's nobody around you that even cares anymore. So focus on that. I love that mindset. I love that ability can be developed through dedication, hard work. That's a great mindset to have, but make sure it's evened out when it comes to who you're sharing it with. What stops most people from maintaining this mindset? The the sheep mentality. I talk about this a lot. It's easy to get put in the pen and get herded around by the dog and make sure that you're eating the grass that you need to eat, and your fur is growing the way it does. So when they shave your ass and you're sitting there shaking all butt naked and shit, well, you just do it all over again. It's that constant cycle. That's easy for people. I think banking on yourself and worrying about how you are gonna make the next dollar, not how you're gonna go to work and the company will give you the dollar for the service that you're providing for them. It's how do I bank on myself and make that dollar? That's what scares the shit out of people. That's what makes people extremely afraid. And for me, it's like comical. I don't know. I can never fully invest or bank on another company. I can't go, hey, 10 out of 10, I'm going to bank on you, I'm going to bet on you. 10 out of 10 on me every fucking time. But I think it comes with lack of fear when it comes to falling backwards. I come from humble beginnings. If there was ever a time where I fell back into humble beginnings, I wouldn't enjoy it or I wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't crush me either. I would know that I've been here before and I've gotten out of it. So if I'm here again, I just gotta work and get out of it again. I think the fear of the unknown is what scares a lot of people. A lot of people that haven't struggled, a lot of people that haven't been in humbler times are so afraid of that by being judged by others that they would do whatever it takes not to. And what that whatever it takes is staying at a job you don't like or not pushing yourself the way you want to push yourself. So I think that is what makes people scared to be in that growth mindset. It's so hard to keep adding water to something and day to day, take it out of that small pot and put it in a bigger pot month to month to month, and then have something grow, and then grow to the point where the fruit that's providing is sweet and ripe and ready instead of it being bitter and unripe and all that type of shit. Backwards. Ripe, I know. So here we go. Then where are we at? What is a fixed mindset? So a fixed mindset, people believe their qualities are fixed traits and therefore cannot change. Horrible mindset to have. I honestly don't know if anybody believes that whatever you have is fixed and you can't grow and you can't change. I don't know if people believe that. I think people just accept that. They limit themselves or they believe in what negative people are telling them what they can and can't do. That's always been a sad one to me. There's so many people out there that have these natural skills that God provides for you or whatever you believe in. I believe in God, so that provides for you. And they just get smashed down. Just over and over and over. Oh, you can't sing as good as this person, or you can't play football as good as this person. You're not as big, or you're not as whatever. Like, there's so many hating ass people out there that can't do it themselves. So they want to make sure that you can do it. And they want to make sure that you don't have that confidence, because if you have that confidence, then you leave them and they have nobody to complain with or talk shit with or anything like that. So it's all a selfish thing. If anybody's ever bashing a natural skill that you have, it's just through fear and hate, because they either don't have it or they have dumbed theirs down to where it's gone now. So don't get in that fixed mindset. Don't have people around you in that fixed mindset. Do most people have / choose this? I would say yes, once again, because professional sports and acting and everything above the sun where people get paid millions and millions of dollars for is a small niche market. And the reason why it's a small niche market is they're the bold ones that go for it, and they influence the rest of the sheep around to do X, Y, and Z. So of course, that this fixed mindset is going to be wide and vast. Everybody, not everybody, but 75% to 80% of Americans have it, or people in the world have it, because it's just that you just keep walking and you keep doing what people are telling you to do. So I think that most people have this mindset. Is it easy to obtain? Extremely easy. It's so easy just to fall all the way the fuck back and just allow life to go and allow other people to succeed and just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I've never been a fan of that fixed mindset. I've always been a fan of that growth mindset. And to really believe that you're like not a computer, but you're like a robot, or you're just something that, hey, we created you. This is all you got. That's it. Fucking wake the fuck up. There's no way in hell that should ever be a real thought process. You should always know that you're constantly growing. You're constantly growing even when you're trying not to. From 5 to 10, you have grown. I always tell people, you grow into a different person in 5-year increments. If you look back at your life from 5 to 10, extremely different. 10 to 15, extremely different. 15 to 20, different. 20 to 25, 25 to 30. Keep going 5 years at a time, and you've changed into a different person. Have it be life experiences, natural growth, your brain, everything. You're constantly changing. So that means that what you believe in changes. That also means your dedication to things change. Your mindset should change, and that's why the growth mindset is so important. Always keep it pushing. Always go forward. Don't think that there's ever an age where you should stop growing or you've learned enough. It's never that. I have clients of mine that are in their 60s, and they'll learn fitness things or they'll learn life things from me. I'm half their age, and I'm telling them about things because they might have gone through some things that I'm learning from them, and I've gone through certain things that they're learning through me. But they still realize, hey, I'm 60, and 65 I'll be a different person. 70 I'll be a different person. But you should be a better person every time. If you're looking at that growth from 5, 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, you're growing, or you should be growing into a better, more positive, educated person, and not fixed in one way. You're not the same from 5 to 30. So just realize that and constantly push and constantly grow and constantly move. What keeps most people in this mindset to not get into the growth mindset? I mean, I've knocked it all the way home. I think it's just fear. I think fear is the biggest thing that slows everybody down. And I think they allow what comes with fear, anxiety, stress, depression. Those are all three big things that come with fear. I think they allow those to just slow them all the way down and not make that step forward. And the sad part is, if you're afraid now, the likelihood of you being afraid of that same exact thing a couple years from now is very slim. So when you look back, you're like, man, I was so afraid of that, and that was the reason why I didn't make that move. Man, I wish I could talk to my past self and tell him, hey, that wasn't shit. Things get harder. Just take the step forward. If you know that that's going to happen, okay, most people do because they've had that happen in past experiences before. When you're 15 years old and you're looking back at your 10-year-old self and you're learning how to ride a bike or whatever the fuck you're trying to do, or you're scared to talk about your report in front of the school, you look back and you're like, man, that was so easy. Why didn't I just do that? If you remember that and there's something that you're afraid of at 15 years old, do it. Dive off the high dive or whatever the hell it is. Make sure you're doing it because you'll just always regret when you don't do it, especially if it comes from a positive place. So get out of that fixed mindset, get into that growth mindset. Just know that it'll always be better as long as you got 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes, a nose, mouth, breathing. You'll be absolutely fine. There's room to grow. There's room to be successful. And that always reminds me of certain stories. Sports are the easiest one to go into. Tom Brady was a 6th or 7th round draft pick. Nobody thought he was shit. And obviously he's retiring soon, but might go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks / football players of all time. Even closer to him, or closer to people that I know, there's a guy named Julian Edelman that plays on that team. In high school, wasn't shit. We set a high school sack record against him when I was a sophomore in high school on varsity. We sacked him 23 times in one game. He wasn't even the 5th best guy, maybe let's say 4th or 5th best guy on his team. When we scouted, we never were talking about him. We were talking about the running backs or the receivers or the tight ends. And through hard work and slipping through the cracks, because it's about slipping through the cracks too. Injuries, grades, life decisions and choices are what get people into the right situation, the wrong situation. And he did all the right things, waking up early, changing positions, getting drafted to the Patriots, where he had a common friend, which would be Tom Brady, because you both grew up in the Bay. You guys are both late round draft picks, all that good stuff. And then you put the hard work in and you develop into this great receiver. And I know that myself and probably a lot of guys that watch him still, that remember him from high school, completely shocked, because he was never, especially when I played, one of the guys we even paid attention to. So don't think that you have to be the superstar every time to be successful or to grow or to have a growth mindset, because for him, he just didn't take no for an answer. He just kept going. You're too small to play quarterback. Okay, well, what do you want me to play? Receiver? Cool, I'll go play receiver. Well, Randy Moss and Wes Welker and all these guys are on the team. I don't know what we can do. I'll do punt returns. Bam, punt returns. Then once everybody gets older, everybody gets traded, you're the next guy up, and you're the one running the routes and doing all that stuff, and you become that guy. So don't think that you have to be the first round draft pick and the 6'4" monster to be successful. He's extremely successful, and if you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't even know who the fuck he was. And I give it to people like that, and I appreciate and love those stories. So for me, look at that. More often than not, things like that happen, and that shows you that those are growth mindset people. He just continued to push, continued to grow, and got to where he needed to be. And then you get into like your careers, and you find out there's a lot of people that are in the fixed mindset. Only this position that's ahead of you has the right to say anything. Whatever you have to say or whatever you have to believe in when it comes to this job doesn't mean shit. Those companies are not going to be successful. You will be successful. Like I tell everybody all the time, if a company's in a fixed mindset, they will not be successful, or they will not go further. But if you have that fixed mindset or that growth mindset, you will be successful. It just won't be there. They will collapse. You'll be a free agent, and another company will pick you up that has the same mindset as you, that growth mindset, and then you all be successful together. Perfect example for that, because this is the story time section. Always look at Toys R Us. Toys R Us has to be one of the more dinosaur-esque, stupid companies that didn't know how to elevate when it was time to elevate. So with Toys R Us, they got put out of business and bankrupt and everything like that, because they were this huge toy chain where it was like the Costco of toys. You go into this place and it's just toys upon toys everywhere. And they were the heavyweights, the monsters forever. They're putting mom and pop toy stores out of business and doing all that stuff. They were the juggernauts of their time. But with that being said, they can make any toy they wanted extremely expensive. Barbie doll be $40. Jumping jack, or fucking not jumping jacks. Whatever the fuck that shit's called. That shit could be $15 when it costs 50 cents to make. They were the juggernauts. Then the internet, eBay, Amazon, they all come onto the scene, and they look at that and be like, well, what the fuck? I don't need this shelf space anymore, so I could take the cost down, and I could make that same Barbie doll $15. So I'm gonna make it 15. They're gonna sell it at 40. We're gonna kneecap the shit out of them. Exactly what happened. So Toys R Us gets kneecapped, and instead of having a growth mindset where, okay, my margins are humongous because it cost me $3 to buy the Barbie doll and I'm selling it at 40. Let me compete. I don't need to make it 15 because I'm still Toys R Us and it's still a reputable place to go to. And if they see that I go from 40 to $20, the customer that I've had for years will come back because they're like, oh, I love going into Toys R Us and I love the hand-to-hand experience, and it's just $5 more, whatever. They don't do that because they're selfish and they're greedy or whatever. I don't know the intricacies, but if it was up to me and from what I saw, I would just take my cost down, make my margin just a little bit lower, but margin still would be good because it cost me $3 to buy it, and I can still make some money off it, and we'll still be all right. We might have to close a couple stores and cut a couple people's jobs, but we'll still stay strong and we'll still be a company. They don't do that. They keep it exactly the same at $40 and thinking that they're this juggernaut, and they have this fixed mindset of stay in the way and don't bend and don't break. I think this internet shit is gonna fail. played. Played the fuck out. Now they're kneecapped, bankrupt. There is no more Toys R Us. They play everybody out. They might have Babies R Us, but that's just because young moms and dads are stupid and still go buy all that shit when they can just buy it online. But that's just a perfect example of a fixed mindset. There's so many companies, and I'm pretty sure you guys listening work for a company just like this. And just to reiterate to you, like I was saying before, fuck your company. They don't care about you. They see the growth that you have. They see the potential that you have, and they still keep you in a certain box. But what ends up happening with these dumb companies that don't elevate you and elevate the others is they go under, they collapse, but you end up growing. So just remember that if you're around a partner in a fixed mindset, if you're around a company in a fixed mindset, friends in a fixed mindset, they will stay fixed in a certain spot, and you're going to grow like a tree. And when you grow upward and onward as a tree, you forget what the ants look like. So when I'm at the top, I don't remember what ants look like, because I mean when I was a young little bud and I was some soil, yeah, the ants are very familiar, and I hear all their negative bullshit all day. But when I keep growing, I can't remember what an ant looked like. So just always remember that when these people decide to stay where they're at and you grow, you have no time for them. You don't remember what the fuck they're talking about. And when you do hear what they're talking about, you're like, that's what you're still talking about? That shit ain't shit no more. Like, you should have grown out of that. You should have been in a place where you have a better mindset. And that's the growth part behind it. So, with that being said, don't allow any of those people to slow you down. Keep growing. Keep doing your thing. This is the end of episode 17. I'm glad you guys get to hear me rant and talk all this shit. Like I said, I do like talking shit and I do enjoy what I'm doing. But at the end of my messages, it's all positive. It might be harsh and it might not be the PC way you want it to be, but most people that are PC with you are not going to get you where you need to be. I've never had a nice coach get me where I needed to be. I never had a nice mentor push me to where I needed to be. A nice teacher that didn't hit me with that real life education that I needed to be there. I always came, and my mom is the biggest drill sergeant of them all. She was the one cracking the whip on us at a very young age. And I think that is what has gotten me to the point where I'm at right now. And that's where I feel extremely successful, and I bank on myself, and I have this confidence because there's so many people that they don't beat you down. They just beat you to wake you up. I think you need more people like that. Don't have people beating you down, but have people that beat you to wake you up and just let you know, hey, you're a regular human being. I don't care what you've done in the past. I care about what you're doing right now. You're regular. Keep it pushing. Get those people around you, and that's why I do this for you guys. I mean, I do it for myself too because I love talking and I love getting this information out. But I do it for you guys too. There's a lot of people out there that need to hear this stuff, and I'm glad to be a part of providing it for you. So thank you very much for listening. Have a growth mindset. Fuck your fixed mindset. Get out there. Make a difference. Make a change. Influence people. Motivate people. Grow yourself. If you grow, the fruit around you, which is the people that you care about, will grow and be ripe and healthy and taste good. So get the fuck out there and do that shit. Besides that, like I said, I'm in this scope, in this space now. If you are somebody that likes how I life and health coach and you need that, get a hold of me. We'll have a little consultation. We'll talk. We'll kind of get our feel for each other and then further that. And then also remember, I have my company, Jake Shakes, that's doing extremely well right now. It's a holistic smoothie that you take in the morning or you take at lunch, and it provides you with all the essential nutrients and vitamins that your body is lacking throughout the day. It also gives you energy, helps with your digestive system, helps you lose a little bit of weight too, and gives you that boost, that step forward, that positive mindset, that growth mindset that you need, and not that fixed, stupid ass mindset that you don't need. So with that being said, thank you guys very much. Have an amazing day. Get the fuck out of here. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.